Honor your mother, day 201. Here we go. Namaste. Welcome, everyone. This is day number 201 of 365, A Life of Bliss. 365, one quote every day from the book, A Life of Bliss, the Living Transmission. Channel through this one from our dear non-physical friends and teachers, AnandA, here to assist us humanity in remembering who we are and why we are here. We've had a few tech issues today, but I think we are streaming live. We're going good. So whenever we get a few people dropping in, we can let us know. And yeah, very grateful to be back live, proper live. So the last 3 days we had live streams, but they were recorded videos because I was traveling to the sacred Emerald Isle, the heart land, the Emerald Heart, and beautiful time. So without further ado, we shall get into the quote for day number 201. In the many earth changes throughout your history, there has been a continuous balancing, a homeostasis. As you read this living transmission, there is a transformation that is a balancing process that can lead to great upheaval, that can lead to confusion, that can lead to a dissolving of that which you were. As a collective consciousness, every experience upon your planet is a reflection of the collective will. You are all simultaneously part of this. You're not separate from anything. So all that is reflected in your world is reflective of a part of you. So we offer this again, not so that you may judge yourself, not so that you may judge others, so that you may free yourself, and so that you may free the world. That you may honor your mother as she reflects to you that which is in the deep recesses of your being, never with judgment, never with condemning, never with anything other than unconditionally loving and unconditionally projecting outward that which you cannot see, that which you have feared, that which you have suppressed. And so this transmission comes at, as always, it just comes at the perfect timing. Again, this material came through 2 years ago, and every day, which is now, the subject and the title and everything that appears just appears so perfectly. So I've just got back from the motherland, and we've went through, in linear fashion, in a relative reality, huge transformation. We're in a huge transformation. We are in a time where there can be, what did they say? Confusion. There can be confusion because it's a dissolving of who we are and a great upheaval. And so it's so timely. It's so amazing how perfect it always comes together. And so it's a remembrance that everything that we see is a reflection of ourselves, even that which we don't want to see, especially that which we don't want to see. Because when we're reflected something within ourselves that we like, we bring it on, bring it on. When we're reflected something within ourselves that we do not prefer or like, then that can be more challenging. And we like to separate and say, this is me and this is not me. And so the whole reality, this holographic reality, simply reveals to you who you are. Aspects. Again, we're talking relative reality. We're talking about the dream within the dream of earth, the dream of separate beings. And it reflects all the aspects of the collective consciousness. And because we are one, everything that is reflected, everything that is revealed, everything that appears is a part of ourselves. And if we are still separating and putting classifications of this is me and this is love and this is light and this down here is not me and this is evil and this is reptilians and this is like the bad ones and this is the good ones, we are holding back from ourselves this part of ourselves that is revealing itself so that we may be the wholeness and fullness of self. And so again, in the absolute reality, we are everything, everyone. None of this even exists. In the relative reality, the pieces of every potential is being revealed, and we are in a time of great revealing. So we can revel in this revealing, or we can be reviled. We can push away, we can deny, we can curse, we can separate. Separation is separation is separation. So if what you are experiencing is separation, or points towards separation, it will lead to more separation. If we are coming from the knowing that oneness is the only reality, oneness is the only thing that exists, oneness and this unity in diversity, the ability to see the source is oneness, but the oneness can appear as all these separate parts. It can appear in all these, the duality, the this and the that, the seemingly opposing truths that cannot exist without each other. Good and evil cannot exist without each other. Relative reality. Hot and cold cannot exist without each other. They're the same thing, just looked at from different perspectives. And so we try to separate and classify and good versus evil and the ones who know and the ones who don't and blah 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 and all whatever, all of the dimensions. Everything simultaneously exists, doesn't exist, and is neither. And this is not for the mind. This is not food for the mind. This is a balm for the soul. The mind wants an answer. The mind wants it to be this or that. The mind wants, I'm good, and that is bad. The mind wants, it uses its discernment, it uses its ability to separate objects, to say north is good and south is bad, or north is better and south is worse. The ones who are awake, they're so far ahead, and the ones that are asleep, they're so far behind. This is what mind does. Mind wants to separate. Heart is oneness. And so we honor the mother, this creative principle, the mother energy, to bring back this softness, this gentleness, this openness, this receptiveness. For our earth mother in this example is she has offered her body for the playing out of this field of duality with total free will. So everything that is appearing is playing out through our dear earth mother's willingness to allow this game of free will to be played out in, through, and as her. And that's everything, the seen and the unseen, the good and the bad. And she offers us this potential, this opportunity. So we honor the mother by seeing what a blessed gift it is to be here as an apparent separate part in this whole experiment, this whole game, this universal game. And we get to play it out in paradise, playground earth, this divine mother. Like the quote was a few days ago, the mother doesn't see her offspring as anything but perfect, especially even when they are doing things that are imperfect. The mother only sees perfection no matter what the children do. An earth mother might get a little bit frustrated and might get sad and might get angry at times, like every human being does, but the earth mother and the divine mother is unconditionally loving, no matter what their offspring appear as, no matter how they go, because it is an offspring, it is an offshoot of her being. And so we honor the mother by honoring the earth and honoring that feminine principle within everything. And what is important, and it's becoming more apparent now, it's always been the way, but because the divine feminine has led this remembering, the divine feminine has led this opening, there can be a tendency to honor the divine feminine and in some way make it less than the divine masculine. Or it's like it's all the patriarchal system's fault and we need to go back to a matriarchy. No, it's balance. It's synarchy. It's not matriarchy or patriarchy. It's one thing in itself. And if there's these archies, I don't know if what that word means, but a patriarchy, like a masculine led and a feminine led, it's a whole symbiotic whole. And when the qualities of feminine principles are most beneficial, they will come forth. And when the qualities of masculine, the qualities more masculine, they will be called forth. It's not one over the other. We've been through these eons of matriarchy, patriarchy, matriarchy, patriarchy, and we've seen that it doesn't work. We are here to remember the oneness. When you cut a magnet in half, you don't take the North Pole and the South Pole are not separated. It becomes two North and South Pole magnets. It just keeps continuing to be the masculine and feminine. In this reality, in this level of awareness, everything is polarized. And so when we put one over the other, we just happen to be coming out of a patriarchal, but if we move into a matriarchal system, it's still putting one energy above the other, which is the same thing, but we're humanizing it by putting one is better than more, one is wiser than the other. And so we honor the mother by honoring the principle, not by its individual expressions. We honor the principle of the feminine principle, the mothering principle, that which gives birth to, that which allows everything to be nourished and to be expressed in this dance. And so I really call to honor this mothering principle, this honoring this divine feminine essence within and as everything. Because again, in this separation-based thing, and we see it in the... So we are having some tech fun. I see it just disconnected there for no reason. My internet is fine, but it's been happening. It's okay. This mustn't be a popular rascal topic. When we talk oneness, when we talk about oneness and dissolve separation, that is indigestible to rascal. To rascal energy, what I call rascal energy. The energy that wants to subjugate, separate, divide. And so even the talk of divine masculine, divine feminine, and putting one above the other, rascals love that. Even you're talking about the divine, and it puts one above the other, it's perfect rascal food. So it's not surprising. When we talk oneness, it is indigestible to the ego, it's indigestible to the spiritual ego, and it's indigestible to the rascals. Those little skitters that don't like this talk of oneness. Because it only exists in separation. It only exists in hierarchy. It only exists as that's a little bit better than that. That's more divine, that's less divine. Oneness has no judgment. The divine mother principle that we're honoring the mother is that divine mother principle that has no judgment when her children go out and do all sorts of weird and wonderful and crazy and sometimes, let's say in this relative reality, damaging or hurtful things. It's unconditionally loving. It doesn't say, I love the feminine principle within this child, but the masculine aspect of this child, I'm going to put it aside. No, that's human. That's separation. That's ego. We honor the mother by honoring the divine mother principle within ourselves. Of course, that's man, woman, child. That's tree, river, rock. That's earth, sky, and ether. All of these things. We honor it within all. We don't honor it by objectifying it. The divine masculine is not a woman. The divine feminine is not a woman. The divine masculine is not a man. The divinity is unity, is oneness. These are just objectifications. These are just expressions. They are just effects of a cause that is unconditional love. And in the relative reality, we always have polar. So male, female, hot, cold, up, down. These are just different perspectives of the same thing. And so the last live we did before we went to Ireland, land of Eru, dearest Emerald Isle. I forgot to do the sacred silence. So before I get too far, so the first video, I hope this stitches together. I don't care, little rascals. We will continue on as we are. So this is the contemplation for day 201. We're now called to honor the mother, to honor the truth, to honor the essence, to honor the cause, not the effect, to honor the principle that's behind all life, that which gives birth to. As we allow what is to be what is, as what is. So thank you everyone. I hope we are still live streaming. I think we are. It'll probably just put them together because it just shut off for no apparent reason, because internet, everything seems to be fine. It doesn't matter. It's all perfect. Everything is perfect as it is. Oneness is. It doesn't care. Doesn't need anything. Doesn't want anything. So today you're invited to honor your mother, our mother, that feminine, divine feminine principle that has nothing to do with gender, there's nothing to do with people or worlds or galaxies or universes, yet is imbued in everyone and everything. See that and honor that within oneself, and see that and honor that within everything. So we'll continue this journey every day for a whole year. We're 201 days in. All the quotes coming from the book, A Life of Bliss, Living Transmission. And we will continue this journey with each of you. If you are getting value and enjoying these transmissions, I invite you to share them with your friends and family, share them on your social media. If you'd like to ask any questions, please put in the comments below, because the tech has been a little bit fun today. I haven't got to it. So we're 201 days into this challenge, and I am 5 days into another little challenge that I won't talk about so much, but I will just let you know that I am, Martin is, in another little challenge of transcendence, and it is day 5 at 1:55:55 as we record live. So thank you all so much for joining. Love you all so much. Until next time, from my heart to yours, the divine in me sees, loves, and honors the divine in you. Namaste. We are. Ciao, ciao. Slan.